A new Frasier Reboot Season 2 update will crush Niles Crane, but I think it's for the better, given David Hyde Pierce's viewpoint. Kelsey Grammer led the Paramount Plus resurrection for years. Despite my love for the original show, I harbored doubts about the revival's success. Although the first season of the Frasier remake garnered mixed reviews, I believe it has potential for improvement, thus justifying a second season. What happens next for Grammer's character is still a secret. The main reason Frasier moved to Boston was to reconnect with his adult son, Freddie. The original show aimed to replicate Frasier's challenging relationship with Martin. I think the Frasier Reboot Season 1 finale solved that. Season 2 will return Niles to his origins, which threatens to destroy him as the resurrection advances his final act in Boston. The Frasier Reboot Season 2 will return to Seattle. Grammer's character will return to Boston in Season 2 after spending the entire Frasier Reboot Season 1 there. Paramount Plus reports that one episode of the show's second season will take place in Emerald City. The expedition will reunite Frasier with his KACL coworkers, Dan Butler's Bob Bulldog Briscoe, Edward Hibbert's Gil Chesterton, and Harriet Sansom Harris's quirky agent B.B. Glazer. Perry Gilpin's Roz Doyle will appear in the nostalgic show. Knowing who's in this Frasier Reboot Season 2 episode excites me. However, I see the implications for Niles' ongoing absence from the program. Frasier's transfer to Boston divides him from his brother and Daphne, who live in the Pacific Northwest. Since Frasier hasn't returned to Seattle in the revival's first year, Paramount Plus didn't need to feature the younger Crane. Frasier's return home without meeting him is suspicious. Frasier Reboot Season 2 has no more reasons for Niles' absence. I despise Niles' absence. Pierce's chemistry with Grammer helped the Seattle project succeed. Additionally, the Crane brothers' lack of need to bond after losing their father seems absurd. Frasier spent the last 2 decades in Chicago, but after Martin's death and Claire's breakup, Niles would likely want to be near him. Unfortunately, no. The Frasier Reboot's lack of Niles is sad, but Season 2's Paramount Plus show appears to be striving to bring back his greatest qualities. Whether they succeed is unknown. The Frasier Reboot is running out of excuses, particularly after the Seattle episode. Despite his family's presence in Boston, he missed the Christmas-themed Frasier Revival Season 1 ending. This time, convincing me that the Cranes cannot reassemble in the Pacific Northwest would be difficult. Frasier cutting off Niles is so much better for the reboot's future. Strangely, Pierce never changed his mind on the Frasier revival. He objected before Paramount Plus revealed it. He stated that he didn't want to duplicate his previous performance, was unable to work on other projects, and didn't believe it was necessary. Reviving the program could damage its otherwise immaculate legacy. He still believes it years later. As eager as I am to see Niles again, I understand Pierce's perspective. At this point, the revival's storytelling without Niles sounds more constrained than a Crane brothers rupture. We have a problem. Should Frasier's reboot continue to explain Niles' absence or properly confront his situation? Currently, a Crane brothers breakup seems more appealing than the revival's narrative limitations without Niles. Therefore, Paramount Plus can proceed without the conspicuous absence of Pierce's character. Niles' failure to see Frasier in Boston doesn't make him a horrible brother. I'm not recommending they fight. We all know Frasier and Niles can be quite competitive and petty, something the old show used often. Niles may be absent due to a silly fight that prevents them from conversing. Without Martin to force them to reconcile, the Frasier reboot can drag it out. Will Niles ever appear in the Frasier reboot? Niles' appearance in Frasier Season 2 is unlikely. Fortunately, Pierce has lately stated that he is now open to participating, but only for a one-time appearance. Grammer may easily fabricate a story about visiting Boston. I'd rather see him in a special Niles-themed episode than in other cameos because of how much he mattered to the original show.